Okay, so we just stopped off at the library to drop off some of the books, and well, actually, they were the DVDs. You know, DVDs tend not to get as much time out as your books. So we had about a week to be able to watch the DVDs and to take them back. Unfortunately, we did neither one. Well, actually, today was the day that they were due. So I should say that we did just one thing. We got them back on time. But the issue here is that we did not really schedule the time accordingly to make sure that we were able to actually watch the DVDs. Now, granted, my kids didn't really know a whole bunch about them. Here's another tip. You know, if you're going to surprise your kids, keep the things under wraps until it's time to reveal them. Because what happens is that if you don't keep them under wraps, well, it's a bumpy road today. If you don't keep them under wraps, and then you tell your kids about them, they're kind of expecting that you're going to be delivering on that. Don't do it. Leave everything a surprise until you absolutely know that you are going to be able to follow through on it. Okay? So, that is that's a golden tip right there. You need to write that one down. That's golden. Because the minute that you tell your kids that you're going to do something, they will not let you forget. Okay? Word to the wise. Fathers, if you want to keep your natural color in your hair, and mothers too, do not tell your kids about their surprises prior to when you know that you are absolutely 1000%, and that is with a capital 1000% sure that you are going to deliver on that surprise. And that means that it is already purchased, it is already in the bag, it's in the house. Yes, sir. You would like to what?
I would like to go on Fred Myers with you.
You would like to go into Fred Meyer's with me? You absolutely, most certainly, definitely can.
Yeah.
See,
Maya
surprise.
falls asleep.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
Your Maya is asleep?
Mhm.
Well, we're going to have to wake him up, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we can't leave him in the car by himself.
Yeah.
We just don't do that anymore, do we? You know, when I was growing up, that was not a problem. You could actually leave your kids in the car because there weren't a bunch of weirdos all around looking to take your kids. Not saying that that's what the world is made of right now. It's just that you have to be very extra cautious now. When I was growing up, everybody knew everybody, and everybody tended to watch out for everybody. Translation is that we could go to the store with our grandmother out in Michigan, which was very seldom. But when we did, we can go with her and absolutely be in the car all the while she's in there shopping. That was pretty cool. Nowadays, don't do it. Don't do it. Make sure that you always have your kids with you. Okay? Don't leave them in the car by themselves. I don't care if you're just popping in somewhere and popping back out. You know, you want to make sure that they are always in your line of sight. A matter of fact, the only way that I leave my kids in the car is that if I am going a few feet away and I'm able to look back constantly and see what's going on. And that's why I don't leave my kids in the car, because it's very rare that that opportunity presents itself. So anyway, you know, that's probably on the more serious tip. Don't leave your kids in the car. You know, even when you yourself, you know, have, you see my son's cameo, his hand cameo. Even when you have the best intentions and all that, that's great. But you want to make sure that you are being very wise about the environment that you're in, and about your kids. Now, there still are places in this country and on this planet where you can do stuff like that, because you do have a very strong community around you that, is constantly looking after you and your kids and all of that. A very tight knit community, and those communities are a blessing to be a part of. But if you're not in that type of community, and you're in a community where your neighbors are strangers, you need to be extra cautious, extra cognizant of what your environment holds for you. All the possibilities, and don't leave any door open. Not that you walk around with an excitable mentality about where you are, but you just want to make sure that what you're doing is always going to be something that is using some wisdom. So that's my parental tip of today. Make sure that you are always keeping in mind that your kids are safe, and the best way to do that is to make sure that they're in your sight all the time, or in your spouse's sight, or your relative that you've got with you. That way you know where they are. And if you have a relative or a spouse with you, and it's you two going into the store or whatever, and you guys are splitting up to check out different aisles, make sure that they have a cell phone and you have a cell phone. And I'll tell you why. Because you never know when you are out and about, and your spouse assumes that you have the children, and you assume that your spouse has the children, and then you get back to the car and there's one child or two children or whatever missing. And that is because between the two of you, you're assuming that each other has the missing child. Okay? So if your child isn't with you, it's a good thing every now and then to check in with your spouse, your partner, significant other, whatever, and your relative, aunt, uncle, whatever, and make sure that all of the children that are not with you, that came with you, are with them, and vice versa. Okay? If they're not, then you immediately stop what you're doing. You start scouring that store or that environment, and you get to the folks who are running the place to get on the loudspeaker or whatever is there, and make an announcement of your missing child. Okay? Check the bathrooms, check the storage rooms, check every place that is restricted, the restricted areas and the private areas, because if it is a matter of abduction, then you want to go there first, because those areas are going to be where an abductor would take your kids, and you want to make sure that you get those places vetted immediately. They're not going to be out in open form. They're going to be in an area where it is secluded. So go to those secluded areas, get the folks in the store going to those secluded areas to find your kid immediately, if they're not with you and not with the folks that you came with. Okay? Another serious tip. Anyway, I think that is good for the serious note right now. But I just thought that was important to talk about, just as a parent. Because a lot of times, we don't really think about those things until it's too late. And then we think back and think, wow, I wish that I had a thought about that. And you don't want to be on that side of the fence. You want to know that you have already thought about those things. You've got your checklist, your protocol in place, your system in place to know what you do in an instant where your child is not there. Okay? So, first thing, make sure that you have assigned who is going with whom. So if you've got one child and your partner has another child, then you make sure that, okay, that is what is checked off. At any given time, that your child, you look around, which shouldn't happen, but if you look around and your child's not with you, the one that you were assigned, you immediately call your partner and see if they're with them. And if not, get to the to the loudspeakers or whatever, get to the administrators of that environment, get on the loudspeaker, get to the secluded areas, do all of that, okay? And find your child, long and short. But, it always is best, once your child is assigned to you, do not let them out of your sight. If you have to put them in the cart with you, then so be it. Put them in the cart with you. but at least by doing so, you will not end up having a child who is missing. Okay? All right. Hope that is good food for thought. If you want to know how to supplement your income or how to replace your income or how to make a very good living by doing what it is that I do, by blogging, by using the systems that I use and growing your community the way I grow mine, go ahead, click on the link below. You'll see it below in this video. If you are on my YouTube channel, or our YouTube channel rather, me and my wife's, then you'll see the link underneath the video. If you're on our blog, you will see the link there. Click on that link and go ahead, fill out the information, and you will get not only a great video to kind of tell you what it is that this is all about and how it can benefit you, but you will also get an opportunity to use the same powerful blogging platform that we use, and how to grow your business and how to replace your income, and with the right set of following directions and all that, how to fire your job. And that's awesome, just to have the freedom. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. I'm enjoying this, actually. This is quite fun. So click the link. I'll see you over on the other side. All right, bye-bye.